Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this recording, we'll demonstrate the use of multi-axis simultaneous machining on this aerospace part. If we take a look at the part itself, you'll note that these walls over here are actually undercut on an angle inside the part itself. Taking a look from the top view, you can see that when I tilt the part over, these walls here are actually under this edge over here. The same thing with these walls over here. And this is just the opposite of this wall, but this again also being an undercut, and the same thing for the other side. So first I'd like to actually do a cut on these walls. For that, I've used the option in my first operation of parallel cuts, and the geometry I'll be working on in this particular case are these walls over here. And I'll be doing a finish cut as well. The tool in this case is a 4mm ball nose tool. And if I go into my toolpath parameters, you'll note that I'll be stepping down every millimeter on the part itself. Going to my tool axis control, you'll note that my lag angle will be 0, but my tilt angle will be 90 degrees. I want the side of the tool to work on these walls over here. If we take a quick look at the simulation, you'll note that the tool will come down and work in those areas as shown over there, going back and forth, being tilted towards this wall as being 90 degrees always towards this wall itself. And if I go to the next side over here, working over here, you can see the same thing from the top view as well, as it works around the entire part, completing that entire wall over there. Now, the same was done in the next two operations, each one, the second operation working on these walls over here, and the third operation working on these walls over here. Now, in my next operation, I'd actually like to work on these radiuses on the part itself. So for that, I've used the option of projection, where my geometry was the drive surface of the radius itself, and the projection curve is this edge of the radius over here. The tool that I used was, again, the 4mm ball nose tool. And if I go into my tool axis control, you'll note that I'll be working through tilted lines. I'll be tilting it through a curve. If we take a look at the curve, at the tilt curve itself, you'll see that I actually have a geometry up on top over there. This, by the way, is from a sketch that I created inside my tree as shown over here, using this sketch for my tilt. This will actually prevent the tool from working on the side over here, working only in this radius over here. If we take a quick look at the simulation, you'll note that the tool will go down through that curve as shown over here, and the tool is on the radius itself, but not touching any part of the walls, making for a lot smoother cut on that surface as it goes around that entire area on the bottom as shown over there. Now, the same was done for these curves over here, for these radiuses on the bottom over here in this operation, and the same was done for the last operation over here using this curve over here. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.